guys, Carlos Cortez here. I wanted to talk about gold IRAs, silver IRAs versus safe money. Now, there's a lot of differences, but before we talk about that, let's have a discussion of what is an IRA first. Basically, the do's and don'ts and what you need to know about IRAs. So traditional IRAs were really established so that you can have a savings vehicle 30, 40 years ago that you can put money away every single year. And the government actually put speed bumps and rules and regulations on how much you can contribute. Back in the day, you can contribute up to $1,000, $1,500 a year. Now, obviously with inflation and everything, in 2023, it's $6,500 for traditional IRA. Traditional IRA, if you're under 50 years old, it's $6,500. If you're over 50 years old, the IRS allows you to do what's called a catch-up provision, and that is $7,500 if you're over 50. And obviously, you can't contribute to your IRA if you stop working. The Roths for 2023 is still the same thing. Your Roths are $6,500 if you're under 50, as well as over 50, it's $7,500. So they allow you to simply just put money in a government-owned account. So my question to you is, do you trust the government with your money? That's really what it boils down to. The IRA is not ordained by ERISA. So the difference between a 401k, if you have a 401k, you are basically commissioned by the rules set forth by the government, which is called the Department of Labor, and the subsidiary of the Department of Labor is ERISA. It stands for Employee Retirement Income Security Act. And what ERISA was designed to do is designed to make sure that the private sector is in compliance with retirement planning benefit rules and regulations. So with all the verbiage, basically, do you trust the government with your retirement accounts? I personally don't. Many of our listeners don't. However, that is between you, yourself, your family, and God, and your discernment on what you want to do with your IRAs. So here's the thing. We get a lot of phone calls. We get a ton of phone calls on what do we do with our 401ks? I want to invest in a silver or gold IRA. I want to call the advertisements that I see on the network and roll everything into an IRA. Well, this episode, we're going to talk about some things you need to know when it comes to your precious metals IRA, as well as owning some outright. Let's see if I can grab mine here. I like having them in your hand. I don't know if you can see that, but I like having them in your hand, like in your possession. The reason why is because it is very transparent. It is very secure owning it your home. You don't have any rules and regulations with the IRAs. Unfortunately, guys, when you have an IRA, you are confined to the governmental rules. Like when you pull money out of an IRA, you are being taxed as ordinary income. Now, in order for the government to continue to print money, they're printing money because they have a way to plan to keep our country solvent, and that is taxation and taxation and taxation. I've been saying that for years. So the taxation that you want or that you're going to see is going to come from retirement accounts. There's over $35 trillion in qualified retirement accounts that have never been taxed. The government feels that since you never paid taxes on that money, that they pretty much own it. And so a lot of the politicians, what you'll see is they'll say, oh, we're never going to tax. We're never going to tax your IRA. We're never going to take your retirement accounts. But then in the same breath, they're increasing ordinary income taxations. So be very careful when you are investing in a gold IRA. IRAs in generally are basically you're at the discretion of the government. I don't make the rules. I just present the facts. So the thing is with the IRA is that you got a credit going into your 401ks and your IRAs. 401ks are treated just like an IRA as far as ordinary income tax purposes. And when you pull money out of the 401k or IRAs, it's ordinary income. Well, the government decides what the ordinary income is. So I'll let you decide on what you want to do with that. But as this country keeps on printing and printing money, they have a way that they're going to tax you. And you really don't, at the end of the day, you don't own your 401k. We get a lot of calls. We get a lot of calls on this from clients like, hey, I want to roll over my 401k into a gold IRA. And there's some good companies out there that will help you. Cornerstone, great company. We recommend them, 888-747-3309. If you literally want to roll your money into a gold IRA, call them, because at least you can get the best price. They'll beat anybody's price, and you're dealing with a God-fearing company. You're not dealing with a company that is really not a fiduciary, that doesn't even have financial advising experience. So whenever you're dealing with an IRA, gold, precious metals IRA, silver IRA, anytime you're dealing with retirement, you want to deal with licensed professionals. You don't want to deal with people that never been licensed, that don't understand the rules and regulations of an IRA, that they have your best interests at heart. And ask them, hey, do you believe in God? Like, what's your relationship with God? Are you vaccinated? What are my fees? What are my fees to sell out of this precious metals? Get it in writing. And if you want to call Cornerstone, I highly recommend that. It's 888-747-3309. And speak to Terry or Christine. They have great guys and gals over there that are professional. But what I'm more of a fan of is actually owning it in your hand. Owning it in your hand, because how are they going to tax it? They know exactly if gold and silver do go up because this economy is experiencing some financial woes. How are they going to tax it when you have it? Now, the problem with owning your gold and silver is a few things. Like, you risk like robbery, like somebody can find out like you have it, a close friend or family, and they'll steal it from you. Everybody has a number. It's very easy to steal this. So it's important to keep it in a gun safe. Gold is less heavier than silver. It's like you would need a lot of, like, for those of you that have hundreds of thousands in an IRA or 401k, like, this is gold. This is probably about, 11,000 worth, with gold being over $2,000 an ounce. You see how small that is. And they also have these cool little sleeves. Like, I like these. You can travel with them. This is about $35,000, maybe $4,000 worth. And you can actually break them apart into a gram. I don't know if you can see it, but there's 50 grams here. And you can break these apart if you're traveling internationally. This is really good to travel with in case there is a change in currency while you're traveling and you're stuck and you can't get out. God forbid that ever happens. This is really, really good. They made it where you can stick it in your wallet. Like, you can take this out and stick it in your wallet. 50 grams. Cornerstone has those, and we call them the breakaway gold bars. But this is silver bars right here. These are 10-ounce silver bars, and extremely heavy. Look how heavy these are. And this is only with silver being $25 an ounce. And this is, let's see here, 40 ounces. Possibly this is only $1,300 worth. So you see the big difference. This is about, right here, this is about 10 grand worth, and this is about $1,500 worth. A lot heavier. So this is why depositories are really, really popular, because it's very difficult to store silver because it's so daggone heavy. So take that in consideration. Depository trusts are really popular because you just need a lot of, honestly, like you need a lot of room to store this stuff. The downside about depositories outside of an IRA is, even though most of them are in Delaware and Texas, the government still knows where they're at. I don't like that. I don't like that. Like, and if you have gold in a depository, I don't like that either, because the government has taken gold as a tier 1 currency. They have the right to take the gold away and control it and mandate it. Silver is an industrial metal. You can't take that away. The woke agenda needs silver. The woke agenda wants solar panels and lithium batteries and electronic vehicles, and they need silver in order to manufacture these products to fabricate their agenda. So silver is really, really popular. I think silver is probably going to be one of the best assets in 2023 to have. But once again, all of this gold and silver, all of it is red money, guys. Should you invest all your money in red money? If you don't mind pulling up the red money chart. If you listen to my last episode earlier this week, you learned what red money is. It creates fear, uncertainty, and doubt because it is extremely volatile. Gold and silver precious metals are traded on the Chicago Board of Exchange, guys. It's a futures contract. You will have prices go up and down. Now, gold and silver is not insurance. It's not insurance on your money. Just because the market goes down does not mean your precious metals will go up. It is simply just a hedge. Now, we know inflation is ridiculous. It feels like we're becoming Zimbabwe-ish, where inflation is just gone through the roof, where you go to Costco, you go to Walmart, you go to Target, and you simply just want to buy bread, eggs, and milk, and it's costing you $40 rather than $25. Your money is not buying the things it used to buy. And that's what happens when we print money and print money and print money and print money. You have to increase inflation in order to keep up. And we start losing. The business owners really, really start losing profits. And then now we have the real data. Who knows what the real data is? But we have the COVID jab, and all the workers that are walking away from the workforce because they got mandated out. And I know tons of people that did not go back to work. There's lawsuits everywhere, federal lawsuits. Some of that I know, some of my clients, and they're literally suing like Fortune 500 companies, and their class action lawsuits. They're 20, 30 large, and these lawsuits are hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars. So once these hit public information, there's hundreds of class action suits. I mean, hundreds of them right now. Not to mention employers are not hiring like they used to. You can't get a mortgage right now because interest rates are so daggone high. I just learned from a buddy of mine in California that people are leaving California so much that the government is actually giving you 20% down on a new home purchase over there. So if you want to live in liberal land, they're losing so many people. This state of California, I don't know where they're getting the money from. This state of California is helping you buy a home there. 20% down. Holy smokes. You couldn't pay me to go there, literally. So they're paying people to move there. Oh, man. Gotta love the woke agenda, right? It doesn't work without capitalism, guys. It doesn't work. So gold IRAs, silver IRAs, what you need to know is that they go up and down in value. And you're going to have to pay storage fees. You're going to have to pay storage fees. You're going to have to... Most companies that I know, again, you can call Cornerstone and ask them this. 888-747-3309. Most of them charge an enormous amount of fees when they sell it. So there's companies out there that charge you 15-20% when you buy it, and they'll charge you another 7-15% when you sell it. It sounds like a B class mutual fund back from 2008. Like back in the day, you can get a mutual fund for free, and you would not pay a sales charge. But when you sell it, there is a contingent deferred sales charge, Class B, and they would just charge you a percentage. After 4 or 5 years, it would be no charges. It will convert into an A share class. So they got the same thing going on with the gold and silver IRAs. Also, keep in mind, you can only purchase and add up to $7,500 if you're over 50. Like you want to kind of double down and buy precious metals if our economy goes to hell in a handbasket. It's looking that way. I don't trust the executive office. We have the Chinese Belt Road Initiative map that Brazil, Russia, India, and China, and South Africa, they all want to do business with each other. And there's over 150 countries that are knocking on a door to join their union. 80% of humanity, basically. So America, we're going to have to put our big boy pants on and do American things and be fully, I'm talking fully dependent, which we have the ability to do. If the whole world wants to go against us, then bring it on. Bring it on. We're America. We still have the baddest military in the world. We have the baddest technology, and we got guts, man. So never turn your back on America. If anything, pray for America. Guys, we don't want our dollar to crash. I hear all you guys, and I'm like, wow, where's your relationship with Christ, man? How do you live with all this fear? God commands us, do not fear. I have not given you the spirit of fear, but of love, peace, and sound mind. 2 Timothy 1:7. Memorize it. It should be part of your faith, not just Easter week, but you should live by that every single day. You should be reading God's word every single day. If you can't read the King James because it makes you fall asleep, yes, I am the number one person. I want to go to sleep. I just read financial news or I read my Bible and I'm passed out in 5-10 minutes. Get you a Bible that is a devotional Bible or a commentary Bible. John Corson's Bible, I love his Bible. That's what I read. And I have the Old Testament and New Testament, and the daggone thing's 400 or 500 page. It's a lot. But it helps you understand the bread that you're intaking every single day. And so when it comes to gold and silver IRAs, what you need to know is there's better options out there. First and foremost, I would rather you get out of an IRA, because the problem with the IRAs, like I said, the government pretty much owns it. You haven't paid taxes on it, so you're going to have to pay taxes on it. And number two, they know where your IRA is at, your physical gold inside of an IRA. So when you actually own your IRA, they can't track it down. They can't track coins down. They can't track your bars down. They just can't track it. But you can sell it for whatever you want locally, or you can send it back to Cornerstone or any good, honest, precious metal dealer. We prefer Cornerstone because they're men and women of God, and they honor the cross, and they're very fair on their pricing. And you're supporting an American company that loves this country. So we want to do that, not just with our investments, but our everyday shopping habits. So that's why SwitchMyProductsUSA.com is a great sponsor of this show. It's a self-sponsor as well. I literally buy everything from there, from candles to home fragrances to coffees to dish soap to laundry soap to bath soap to kids toothpaste. I mean, the list goes on, and the products are amazing. They're healthy. They're non-toxic. I didn't know that if you use a regular Clorox wipe on your high chair or any food services, You are literally poisoning your family if they eat off the countertop or the high chair. And I did that for years. And we wonder what's wrong with our kids with ADHD, or they have memory loss or whatever it is. And I honestly believe it's the plastics we consume. So be very, very careful. Support American companies. Support companies that have a mission statement that you agree with. Not just like your products, but where you do business at, where you take your mortgages out, where you buy pretty much everything from. Another thing, like I was using Gillette for years to shave, but now I switched over to Harry's, and this is Harry. I didn't know that Harry's was a conservative company, and so I switched over to Harry's razors. I don't get paid by them. I just, that's because they came out with a mission statement, and their blades are awesome. Their blades are awesome. Never got a nick or anything, and I actually haven't shaved in like a day or two, and it's still presentable. But the whole economy is changing, guys. Like, we want to do business with God-fearing companies, and all across the board, from our money to our finances to the deodorants we buy to where we shop. We want to support America, and more than ever, America needs your help. Like, we have to stop doing business with China. And I hope this next president, whoever he is, stolen election or not, I hope that they smack him dead with these tariffs. I hope that we lay down the law. Like, the whole world is tired of us bullying everyone, but we're the badass country of the whole world. We need to establish that. Like, we need to be edgy. We need to be hard on that. So what are some other options besides gold and silver IRAs? Well, we have green money. Now, if you're trying to buy, what you're trying to do when you buy silver and gold IRA, no one wants to own this stuff. Like, come on. You really don't want to own metals in your home. It's almost useless. Other than the intrinsic value of it, it's useless. So what you're trying to do is you got to figure out what your mission statement is, what your objective is. Your objective is that you believe the economy is going to go to hell in a handbasket, and you want to protect yourselves from inflation. So it sounds like you just want insurance on your money. If you're trying to buy insurance on your money, then buy insurance on your money. That's what green money is. If you don't know what green money is, go to our last episode this week and look up the Color of Money episode. Now, green money is an insurance contract written by American companies that have your best interest. And green money is literally an insurance contract for your money. It is typically with life insurance companies. It's not life insurance, even though it can be, but there are high growth fixed index annuities. And these are monies that you want to protect, monies that you want out of government seizure. Like you had JP Morgan's CEO Diamond, whatever this guy's name is, saying that he wants to collaborate with the government to seize your property. Like, these people are so woke. I mean, look at Yellen. She's basically breaking the law, saying we're going to bail in banks or bail out banks when they already established the law, that the Dodd-Frank Act, that they will decommission bailouts and commission bail-ins. So what is the law anymore? It's like the left, they can do whatever they want. The law doesn't apply to them. The double standard. So anyways, when it comes to green money, it's based off of your life. The government can't take it away. It's based off your life. They can try. They can try to take your gold. They can try to take your land. They can try to seize your bank accounts. They cannot take anything that's associated with your life. It's out of their jurisdiction. So keep that in mind when you're dealing with a safe money account. So for that client that called that had $2 million and he's like, I want to roll everything to gold and silver. And I'm like, no, 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 no. That is not suitable. You want to diversify. I'm not saying no, don't roll over your precious metals, but let's break it up here. Let's have a covenant process. Let's get a third in a liquid bucket that can make 3 to 4% investing in treasury bills. Let's get a third, put it in precious metals with the precious metals IRA if you want to go that route. I would rather you own it, but you have to pay taxes on it. And the other third, let's put it in the safe money bucket with green money so that the government can never, ever touch this money. They can't seize it from you. Your principal is protected. You have an insurance contract protecting your money. What if there's a financial reset? What if the dollar goes away and now we have this digital asset? You have an insurance contract that is going to protect your money for equal or greater value. Period. When you get sued in a court of law and you tenderize it with gold or silver or Bitcoin, the judge is going to settle in whatever the fiat currency is. You have a contract that protects and guarantees your money. I would rather you have protection and backed by contract law than have a gold and silver IRA where the government knows exactly where your money is at. They own it because you have never paid taxes on it, and they know where it's stored. Like with safe money, they know where your money's at. They can't touch it. It's based on your life. So that's the differences. I just wanted to do a quick podcast on just having the differences between a gold IRA and a safe money IRA. With a lot of the interest rates right now, the other thing is that gold and silver is not a passive investment. It's not going to get you income. Like in retirement, you need two major things. You need income and you need to de-risk your portfolio. Those are two major keys in retirement, is not having a lot of risk and having an account that you can pull from that generates income for you. Those are the two major things. The rest is all taxation and problems with IRAs. But you want to literally try to protect what you have in IRA. Like I said, you cannot write it off. And so safe money accounts guarantee your principal. They're backed by companies that have been around for, well, that type of account has been around for over 1,000 years. It dates back since the Roman Empire. So you want to have a safe money account if you're trying to protect your money. Look, I'm not bashing gold and silver. We recommend a portion of it. But the nest egg of your money needs to be protected going into 2023. Guys, we're going into some turbulent times. The volatility index is still quiet around 18, 19 right now. If you guys remember the volatility index, it is one of those things that measures the fear and greed of our country. Let me pull it up real quick. It is being traded right now while I'm recording this. Oh, it just dropped down to 1890. And this is April 11th. I'm recording this because I'm going to be gone all week. So this is going to be my weekend recording. But as of April 11th, it is at 1890. Look at the volatility index when things get really crazy. I like keeping track of the VIX because it lets us know where we stand when it comes to the market temperatures. Looking at, let's see, KRE with the banks, it's at 42.80, still down majorly over the past 6 months. It's down about 28% the past month. Basically, a few days here in April, it's still down almost 4%. And if you guys remember the 1 year, the past month, it was down over 28%. So KRE is our regional banks. We're keeping a close look on regional banks. Your money is not safe in the banks anymore. You got CEO guy at JP Morgan, Diamond, is basically saying that he wants to seize your land. And he's going to collaborate with the government because we need more green energy. So they will steal your land. They'll find a way. They'll cancel your mortgage, give it to the government, and they will steal your land. That's what they want to do. So, guys, protect your money. Get a safe money account. Give us a call, 813-448-3446. We have some amazing consultants that can consult you. I'm still consulting. I can't meet with everyone. So I have two working on 3 other consultants that are God-fearing patriots. They're not vaccinated. They love the cross, and they want to serve you, and they want to serve America. So give us a call, 813-448-3446, and we will see what's a plan for you. Maybe you just want a liquid account to not invest in the banks, and we can make 3 to 4% and have it liquid. Maybe you have an old 401k and you simply just want to protect it, and you're very queasy about gold and silver IRAs, as you should. Maybe you just want to roll it into safe money. Maybe you want to do a little bit of both, safe money as well as a precious metals IRA. We will be glad to help you regardless of the situation. We will be glad to help you and custom tailor a plan for you so that when the financial storm does hit, as is brewing right now, you have a pot of money that will make money should the market go down, the economy tanks. This little pot of money will help you. Oh, I'm spilling gold here, gold coins. You have a pot of money that is protected regardless of the markets, regardless of anything. And if the market does tend to cooperate, historically, it will long term because we're America. Then you have an account that will grow with the index, as well as you can sign up for a fixed rate of return. And right now, that is over 4.5%. In our first year, we're making anywhere from 9 to 10% in our safe money accounts, depending on your state. Give us a call, 813-448-3446, to see which state you're in and what your options are. We'll be more than happy to help you. And also, so you have precious metals, you have insurance contract law with safe money, and you have a regular brokerage account that's yellow money that we can trade in and out of the treasury markets, make our 3 to 4%, get back in the index when things are more favorable. It could be a year from now, it could be months from now, it could be 30 days from now. Highly doubt the latter, but you get my point. It's tactically managed so you can get in and out and have the ability to just be safe. Like, get out of the stock market, guys. And I'm a former stockbroker, by the way. It is just not safe with your retirement accounts. Seriously. So be defensive in that. Make your 3 to 4%. Purchase a little bit of gold and silver with Cornerstone, and go ahead and put a good portion of what you are okay with safe money. Now, the downside with safe money is they're typically 5-10-year time frames. 5 years don't have the rates as a 10-year, but during that time you have access to 10% without any penalties or any fees, and you typically can double your assets 5 to 7 years, every 5 to 7 years, conservatively speaking. So I hope you guys that was helpful. I do want to share real quick some scriptures. Deuteronomy 17:7, and he shall not acquire many wives for himself, lest his heart turn away, nor shall he acquire for himself excessive silver and gold. So let us not be materialistic. Let us understand that our treasures are not here, they're in heaven, guys. Let us not make it about money, and let's have a loose grip on it. Let's just have a loose grip on it because it is God's anyways. And speaking of that, Haggai 2:8 says, the silver is mine, the gold is mine, declares the Lord of the host. So we're being stewards of our money, but let's not the spirit of greed and fear take over our lives. I hope this message penetrates you and resonates with you. Let us not be fearful. And I pray that you don't let the spirit of fear ruin your lives. It is not looking good for America. We need to Leviticus our country. We need to stop, humble ourselves, repent, seek God's face, and he will heal our land. Yes, that's what the word says. We need that as a country. We need that on an individual basis. Transsexuals are now like the face of America. This is why other countries are building against us, because they look at us as a weak country. And right now we are very weak, but we, the people, are strong. We, the people, have God by our sides. And if he is for us, who can be against us? All right, guys, I got a jet to my marriage retreat. Say a prayer for my wife and I. I'm not going to be working this whole week. I'm putting my phone away, and I'm going to be investing in my marriage, spending time with my wife. And so one of the things is that we're not going to have our phones or be on our phones during this marriage retreat for the next 4 or 5 days. So I'll see you guys when I come back. I'll share some pictures on how it went. And with that being said, love you guys. Please like and subscribe, share this video. And if you want a consultation, go to CortezWM.com or download our guide at AmericaFirstRetirementPlan.com. And once again, if you want to start buying American household goods, go to SwitchMyProductsUSA.com, and somebody will give you a contact on that link. God bless you guys, and we'll talk soon. Have a great one. Bye-bye.